What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to your daily update for Football Manager 2014. I'm going to be bringing you the daily news as always. Today is the 27th of August and we got some new features announced to us today, so let's get straight into it. So the first new feature we have is you can now privately congratulate a player upon winning his first cap or scoring his first international goal. This happens much like just a typical private discussion. It's just a new option when you have a private chat with a player that you can kind of congratulate them to boost the morale, hopefully kind of improve your relationship with the player, which could be a pretty useful one. And it's a nice little addition to the game. It adds more depth. The next update we have is press conferences. There's like new press conference questions if a chairman accepts or rejects a request that you make for a new stadium. So just a little bit of added kind of press conference potential questions. It's always nice. Press conferences as a whole can get a little bit samey, and so having this kind of new system whereby there's questions added for certain events happening like this one is nice to see, and hopefully it'll add a little bit more depth and detail to the press conferences themselves, because they, as I've said, they do get a little bit samey. Another new bit of news we have is that regional refs for regional competitions such as in the Conference North and South. So now the game has kind of referees put into different areas and regions, and so they'll only do games local to them. So this is more for the kind of regional refs, the ones with low reputation. They won't go far afield. So just add into the depth of the simulation. Nothing that's going to change the game drastically. However, just a nice little addition that's been added to add a little bit more depth to the game. Another update, and this is what they've said, is streamline first level, add to shortlist menu option in the players screen. So my understanding of this is that there's basically going to be a new way to add players to a shortlist that's a little bit shorter and a little bit simpler for you when you're playing. So again, it kind of enhances the user interface a lot, like a lot of these updates. Nothing too game changing, but all these little updates, streamlining stuff like adding a player to a shortlist, is always going to be beneficial and useful in the future. Another new feature we have is player suitability delivered in one report in Backroom advice. So this is basically rather than if you had your Backroom advice meeting getting 5 different suggestions for 5 different penalty takers, it will now basically bracket up who they suggest in order for your kind of coaching staff. So it's a useful little feature, and I think this is a nice idea. Again, it goes along with the whole idea that I talked about yesterday with when you scout a player, rather than getting 50 scouting report messages for each player, it groups them all together. More of this grouping theme, and this is going to add a useful touch, I think, to the game. It's going to make it a lot easier to play through the game and keep on track of things. And in this instance, where it's when a player is suggested maybe to be captain, to be a penalty taker, you know, it just streamlines it down so that you don't kind of lose maybe more important suggestions amongst all these ones about relevance to position. So a useful thing there. We also have relevant press conferences when joining a struggling side mid-season. So this is again along the same vein of form that I talked before about how press conferences need to become more relevant. There's now new questions that are being added for when you join a struggling side mid-season, which is a nice little addition and kind of continues to, I guess, immerse yourself within the game. And the final feature we have is increased attendances for friendlies at new stadiums. So this is when you have a brand new stadium and you move into the stadium, when there's kind of the first few friendlies there, maybe you get some big clubs to break in the stadium, you'll get big attendances and be able to make more money off it. So again, another nice little addition, and maybe this will continue during the season, that if you build a new stadium, new fans are kind of enticed to come because of the higher facilities. I think that would be an interesting one to see if there's any kind of change to the algorithm behind when fans do and don't attend games. Obviously, this suggests that there's some new areas of it, but I'd like to see some more maybe going forward. But anyway, guys, those are the updates for today, the 27th of August. It's a Tuesday. Tomorrow we'll have some more updates as always. It'd be interesting to see what they announce. This kind of I guess system that Sports Interactive are doing in announcing a few features a day is nice. I mean, none of these features, and I said this before, none of them are groundbreaking, but all these kind of little features will soon add up, and Of course, across the coming days, I will keep you guys up to speed, and indeed the coming weeks. I'm also going to be bringing you, as soon as I find out the release day, you guys will know. Just keep you guys up to date essentially with everything FM14. So as I said, guys, thank you for watching. If you could give the video a like, it does help me and my channel out. If you're new around here and you've never seen any of my content before, be sure to subscribe. And other than that, guys, it is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.